Alright, Cancer, I'm going to do a read for you. It is May 6th at this point. So we did have a full moon tonight. And we do have Venus going into Cancer on Sunday, I believe. We have Mercury in retrograde, Pluto in retrograde. So we have a lot of things happening astrologically, which, so if you have electronics going on the fritz or whatever, you can blame it on Mercury retrograde. All right, thank you, Spirit Guides, Angels, and Ancestors. Let's get some cards for Cancer. And for some of you, I see that Venus has already arrived. Some of you, this is about a reconciliation that you have been doing some healing. Some of you definitely stepping into some deep intuition and perception. We've got extra cards in the outcome here, but we'll take them because, let's see, bottom, 2 of Wands. So I'm getting that a lot of you have some choice between partners, and so I'm picking up on a lot of you are possibly dating. You're out in the world, meeting people, maybe possibly through work, but a lot of you are not really wanting a commitment right now. You do have a lot of people coming towards you, a lot of different kinds of partnerships. Possibly some of you just ending something serious, where I'm getting for some of you there was a lot of back and forth in a relationship, and that's not really what you wanted. So you're kind of, daydreaming about what it is that you want. What is your wish fulfillment? Some of you really liked someone and had, some heartbreak associated with that 9 of Cups, which is in your recent past or current position. 7 of Cups. Yeah, so I feel like some of you were involved with someone from work, but this person kind of left you feeling lonely with, like, you communicated and they didn't. Some healing, kind of a stalemate in that situation. 9 of Swords. So really in your head about it. You've kind of kept it quiet and not really told a lot of people what's going on. Maybe some close few, yeah. Kind of in suspension. Could have been an Aries, Leo, Sagittarius with the King of Wands. And the Empress is under them. The Empress is showing up down here in your outcome too. So lots of healing work. Like, I'm getting the sense that a lot of you are solitary and not necessarily committing. So let's clarify this Lovers in the home environment, so some of you might be doing some online dating. So you're at home and you're just talking to people, but not really physically involved. Some of you are thinking a lot about your past relationships and how to move forward with or without someone. And so a lot of you are really fantasizing with the 7 of Cups here, instead of getting out into the world. But some of you are definitely getting out into the world and seeing what is available. Let's clarify the 6 of Cups in your home position. Right here on top of the Lovers. So 2 6s. It's an altering of focus. Just disappointment with stuff in the past. Maybe with, the choices also that you've made for Lovers. And so working on that temperance. But that's about being honest with ourselves. 8 of Cups, Queen of Pentacles. So working on stability, choosing that path of peace. And temperance, right? Maybe really getting into your spirituality, a lot of you, perhaps. Let's clarify this 7 of Cups that's right here in your recent past or current situation connecting to your near future. That's a lot of cards right there. Yeah, so some of you really do feel like you have a soulmate connection with someone. someone from your past you have this deep connection with, but I get a sense for a lot of you that you're not actually with that person. Let's clarify this Two of Cups. So you're kind of in your head about it. There's that choosing that path of peace. Maybe it's an offer that... There's the Seven of Cups again. For some of you, this person is at a distance, and so while there may have been an offer, it moved slowly and it wasn't really feasible with the distance, the location. Could be somebody even from another country or very much from another culture. But I'm getting distance more than anything. So let's clarify the Nine of Wands. Which, standing your ground, holding your ground, sometimes called the Wounded Warrior card. I'm picking up strong. I'm not going to communicate with that person anymore kind of vibes from that. And so you might be distracted with the Six of Wands right here. You might be distracting yourself by talking to other people, but not necessarily actually dating or committing. Well, some of you might be, there's more a sense of you needing some solace. So, all right, Nine of Wands. Let's clarify this Nine of Wands for Cancer, please. Now, some of you are feeling trapped or stuck, and really wanting to figure out how to get out of that before you move forward. Some of you might be in the public eye as well, but that's also might be being online with the Seven of Cups, Six of Wands, the World card showing up. Some of you could very well do something like this, tarot readings online. So here's Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces card with the King of Cups. Queen of Pentacles. There was maybe a mismatch. That's a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn card, but it's also like, I'm also getting a sense for those of you that, are not in a partnership, that maybe there was a mismatched partnership, or that this is you balancing energies. Some of you may have, Scorpio or Pisces in your chart, or also Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn as well. I'm picking that up as well. Like, you're working on your stability and learning to love yourself after maybe you felt like you made too many compromises. Definitely ended something, and you're kind of in this state of suspension, really healing, moving forward. You're not really ready to take a risk for new love yet, but it's not that you don't want it. Let's clarify this Six of Wands and start. So there's the Star card, Six of Wands. So there's something that you're going to feel victorious about. Maybe even, it's a lot of work, whatever it is that you've been doing in preparation for this. And so for some of you, it's like building a home or buying a home, or working really hard in your career to get promoted or moved up, or maybe even starting your own business. And so it's a lot on you. So that's where the focus is now, instead of on love. Let's clarify with a couple more cards on that. So, yeah, you kind of feel stuck in that right now, like you can't move forward, even though there might be, I feel like some of you might have like a lover, but it's not love. It's, just physical. Working towards that Ten of Pentacles, and you definitely are ending some things and in suspension, kind of waiting for that. And this, Four of Wands is about completion, so it's the 11-11 card. So it's like you're on the right path to get, wish fulfillment, and a lot of things that are happening to you are wish fulfillment, but it's not quite completeness yet. Let's clarify this outcome. You have the Ace of Swords, Nine of Swords, Empress, Four of Cups, Six of Pentacles. So some truth that you have discovered and are healing through, whereas you feel like a lot in your personal power. there's also somebody from the past who could be searching for a reconciliation with you, and you might be in your head about that a lot. So, because this really felt like a soulmate to you. Maybe, could have been, but, I'm picking up maybe, they were more of a lesson than a real connection, even though you felt, especially with that devil card showing up, it's like, that's bondage in a lot of ways. So that card really tried to come out. Two of Swords. You've got two choices. And you might be juggling a lot of things right now, and so the thought of deepening a commitment with someone might be not the path you want to choose right now. You're really wanting to choose a path of like least resistance, where there's been some conflict or a lot of drama going on in the past. So yeah, so timing, but you've been working really hard, and so that's, paying off for you. There's that Nine of Cups again, wish fulfillment. Page of Wands, so there is communication that you want, but you're kind of holding it at bay. Three of Wands, things are coming towards you. Four of Cups again. I mean, you're getting Four of Cups, so there's offers, okay? Strong Taurus there with the Hierophant, but also in the Six of Pentacles again, and so that could very well be about intuition or spiritual gifts coming in, and you kind of seeing things. The Ace of Swords is about, that's Archangel Michael's sword, so it's about truth. And in this card, she's choosing Archangel Michael's sword, and there's a sword behind her, so her hand's on one sword, and she's looking towards that. So she's looking towards the truth before she makes a decision on which path she's going to choose, right? She's also, sitting on this kind of chaise, and there's this beam of light behind her, like, this is the way, this is the way to go. And so she's trying to figure out which is the best for her greater good. All right, let's get my personal tarot deck and clarify. Yes, okay, there's so Leo energy. And that's about studying and focusing, the Paradox card. Scorpio energy with Topaz, so I'm getting growth, passion, and purpose, personal power from that. Ooh, you know what? This card, third eye chakra showed up, and I got indigo, and I'm thinking indigo children, like some of you might be starseed. This is also about intuition, the true world, right? Pisces energy with that as well. Eternity. So some of you have what I'm getting from this is some of you have very old souls, and so you're in this kind of spiritual journey. Divine counterpart. But you know what I'm getting from this is it's usually about a divine couple, but what I'm getting from it more than that is your wish is for this big healthy love, and and radical validation. I mean, it's like the Amy's, in Amy's personal deck. The radical validation card is just about, you're on the right track, right? You're on the right track. So Aries energy, this is the diamond card. And really what I'm getting from that is you maybe have placed yourself in a position of helping people where you really played it safe, maybe. And so you didn't put your heart out on the line. And oftentimes we talk about, if you really want the big healthy love, you have to kind of put yourself on the line. So fearlessness, relationships filled with love. This is also about manifestation. And so, we have the ability to ask the universe for the things that we truly want and desire. Universe is funny about time, though. You may get it 20 years later. I attract that which I deserve from the universe, so that's about karma. With that manifestation, manifestation popping up so strongly with that, it's like, be careful what you wish for, This is the Humble by Kendrick Lamar card, and it says, really what I'm getting from this is be confident about who you are and what you want. Look, I deserve the best. I deserve the best. I mean, be confident about who you are and that you are worth it. Sagittarius energy with citrine. And so this is kind of like the sun in a lot of ways, this card. It's about illumination and vitality. And so don't stop believing. You know, you're on a journey. You're moving forward. Connect to spirit. Some of you definitely are getting back into your spirituality. Let's clarify the outcome as well. In the cut, there was the mountains cards, create your own path. There's been a lot of obstacles to you, you know, getting to a comfortable place. And, you know, maybe emotions have felt kind of out of control. But, you know, it's also about when we create our own path, the rewards can be, you know, that much bigger for us. So Moldavite, that's kind of like my tower card in this deck. And really what I'm getting is open your heart chakra. You need to be open to the possibility of deep, big, healthy love. It's also about ascension. So some of you, if you're doing that spiritual healing, you might very well be in an ascension, awakening ascension. Be Good by Waxahachie. This is a love song without the love. And it's like maybe you've been friend zoned by someone, or maybe you did that to someone. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Some of you may have Aries, Leo, Sagittarius in your chart. I'm picking that up more strongly than that's a person, but it very well could be another person. Here Comes the Sun by the Beatles. I mean, you already had the citrine card. Leo energy for sure. But it's like the payoff is about to happen, right? Hard work is about to pay off. Success is near. We don't talk about Bruno. I'm really getting hidden magic from this. There's some things you may not know about yourself, or you've been hiding your magic for a long time. I get that. It can be overwhelming. Look, it came out, the mountains, create your own path. It was in the cut. Create your own path. If you need validation that your project is worthwhile, or whatever this idea that you have, you know, with this card too, this is about some big project coming to fruition and being successful. I'm really picking that up strongly. It's like you've been planning something for a long time, but it hasn't gotten off of the ground. Feeling very 11-11 here, like you're on the right path. It's like maybe you've been doubting yourself. Maybe you felt very emotional. So let's get some personal oracle cards. Get these out of the way so we can see those. Yeah, I really feel with Venus going into Cancer on Sunday that a lot of you are, you know, you're going to be more open to love, especially in particular, you might be attracting soulmates. But remember, you know, when we're attracting soulmates, we also attract like karmics or whatever when we get kind of magnetizing. So just be careful with your, you know, who you choose to spend time with. Exercise, fresh air. You know, we're coming into that time of year where, you know, it's spring where I am, and so getting outside is really healthy, and, you know, it helps us with grounding ourselves if we have felt out of balance. You will become way less concerned with what other people think of you when you realize how seldom they do. You know, you might be in your head about some people, but remember that, you know, everybody has their own life to live. And just because somebody is not, you know, texting you every day or calling you every day doesn't mean that they're not thinking about you. They just really might be busy, and it really is something to think about. Don't take that too personally. Intuition and perception, divine powers, definitely been picking that up in your read, that some of you have very strong intuition, perception, divine powers, and you really need to get back to those spiritual practices that help you with that. ADHD, autism. So some of you might have some mental health things going on, some developmental disorder issues, things like that, neurodivergence. You don't have to stay anywhere forever. So I'm picking up some trauma from that. Yeah, maybe you've been in your head about some situations in which you were hurt. And, you know, we can pay homage to what has happened to us without staying in it, okay? Freeing yourself was one thing. Claiming ownership of that freed self was another. So, budget plan. Celebrate your feminine. A lot of you are stepping into Empress energy. 444, good times coming, and change in income. And that was really strong in your reading. Picnic, family time. So reconnecting with people, even if it's chosen family and not birth family. I did it before, I can do it again. You have built yourself back up. You know, we started at the bottom, now we're here, you know. That was what, that song just popped into my head. You've been at the bottom before and you've built it back up, and so you know how to do that. So don't stay anywhere too long, especially in your head, second guessing yourself. You know, you have the ability. 4444, good times coming, change in income. Surprised we didn't get 1111, but 4444 is good. So you might be seeing number patterns. You know, 1111, 1234, 4444. You might even see 666, which is altering your focus. It's about growth and development. So those numbers are popping up in my head. 1414 is coming in. So look up those angel numbers to see what those numbers mean. Or, you know, if you're into life path numbers, you might look those up as well. Some of you might do some past life regression, like tapping into your Akashic records. So actually I'm going to draw runes before I do those fairy oracle cards. Let me get the runes first. Let's see what we've got for you, Cancer. Well, that one fell out, so we have to take that one. That's Sigil. That's a great one. Dag. Some really good runes there. Sigil is the great rune of victory. So, you know, whatever course you're on in Dag, I mean, both of those together are very auspicious. Increase in growth, victory, increase in growth, eventual victory over obstacles. Both of those kind of mean that. So, Urus in reverse. So this is about taking advantage of the moment, and if you're not paying attention to your spirituality and the things that you need to do to be healthy, you might miss an opportunity. So it's really pay attention that you don't miss an opportunity, and because you're in your head too much, petty worries basically. It can indicate weak willpower, but I'm not picking that up so much. What I'm getting is it can really herald a major change. It can also mean a change you don't like very much, but that is really up to your free will and how you handle that. You know, again, not being in your head too much. Then we have Manas in the outcome position, and it could be very well that you're going to have aid in, or, you know, some kind of collaboration, cooperation to get whatever this project is off the ground. You don't have to do it alone. You might be blowing something out of proportion that's really not, you know, as big as what you thought. But also it's about seeking good advice. You've got really, really good rune cast here, so it's a good time to implement new plans for you. You know, it's also the spring, which is always a good time to implement plans. Take credit for the times in which you have succeeded or had victory. You know, it also can mean magical ability. So, you know, those are all things to look at. But, you know, with Sigil there, it's like, and Dag, especially together, that's like good stuff. Good stuff coming. But just don't be in your head too much or second guess yourself. You do have what it takes. So let's get those fairy dust oracle cards for you to see what the fairies have to say for us for Cancer. I'm getting a feeling that some of you might get some unexpected amount of money too. I didn't really get that in the read, but I'm really picking it up in the scrying. Butterflies. Whenever you see a butterfly flutter through the grass, it is to remind us of the love of those who've passed. You might have been thinking about past loved ones who've passed on. And butterflies are just little messages of love from those. You're on the right path. That's definitely 1111 right there. The way ahead is clear and true. You've chosen the right path for you. learn, a little nudge. It's now your turn. Put on your thinking cap. It's time to learn. And backpack, get your compass. Adventure is yours. Get out of the city and enjoy the outdoors. I'm getting a sense that some of you may be moving or buying property, but also that some of you are really needing to take a break. You've been working really hard, and there was that Ten of Wands there. You've taken on some obligations. At the bottom of the deck, fairy guides. Whenever you are feeling blue, don't fear. The fairies are protecting you. So spirit guides, ancestors, angels, our fairy guides are definitely protecting you at this time. You're on the right path. It's about not second guessing yourself and paying homage to the past, but not living in it. Okay, and really learning. I think for some of you, learning is a way that you can give yourself some self-care to help with burnout or compassion fatigue. Like learning something is really invigorating for you. So, Cancer, that is your read. I hope in some way that this is helpful for you at moving forward. And, just know I'm sending blessings and love to you. And I hope to see you soon. This is Lady Scarlett, and see you next read.